Thanks, guys. Well, happy Cy-Hawks series this week and happy second week of college football. I'm so excited to head down to Ames and see the Hawks take on their in-state rivals, but they got things rolling on Saturday as they got their first win of the season against Wyoming. Josh Allen may have been the quarterback receiving the most hype this weekend. Nate Stanley was the QB that walked away with the win. Lucy Rodine has more on the sophomore's first career start.
In Nate Stanley's debut as the starting quarterback for the Hawkeyes, he got off to a rough start. Stanley didn't register any passing statistics in the first quarter, but as the game progressed, so did he. Stanley threw for 125 yards and 3 touchdowns and proved why he earned the starting job. For weeks leading up to the start of the season, all anyone could talk about was the quarterback battle, which is why when it was announced that Nate Stanley would be starting over Tyler Wiegers, there was some doubt. And the alarmingly uneventful first quarter only added fuel to the fire.
Just take a deep breath, kind of relax, just learn from it and flush it. You know, that's really all you can do in the heat of the moment is just learn from your mistakes and take it one step at a time.
And when Iowa's first pass was finally completed in the second quarter, the tides began to turn and the critics soon fell silent.
Went through some rough times out there. And I mentioned the whole team really responded to the bumps, but I thought he did too. You know, he didn't get rattled. I'm sure he was internally, but you know, he stayed strong. You know, just stayed steady out there, and some of those throws that he made were pretty impressive. And
my teammates did a really good job. Nate Stanley played a good first game. He made some good plays, threw me some good balls, and I was able to take advantage. So.
As Kirk Ferentz has proved in the past, even though a starter is named, the quarterback battle is far from over. So Stanley's going to need to continue to prove why he thinks he deserves the #1 spot. Reporting from inside Kinnick Stadium, this has been Lucy Rodine for Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Nate Stanley is the first Iowa quarterback to throw for 3 touchdowns in his career start since Ricky Stanzi in 2008. Going into the season opener against Wyoming, no one was sure how the Hawkeyes would stack up, except for on the defensive side of the ball. Daily Iowan TV's Bo Bowman has more.
An extremely formidable front seven shut down the Cowboys' run game, only allowing 59 rushing yards.
I mean, that's something that Iowa football is built on, is being physical and stopping the run. If you can't stop the run, you're going to have trouble stopping an offense.
The Hawks had 7 tackles for a loss, including true freshman A.J. Epenesa's first career sack, and 2 others by Josie Jewell, who credited his success to preparation.
I thought it was going to surprise us more. You know, it's the first game. They can run pretty much anything they want. But really, you know, the stuff we watched from last year and the stuff we watched from NDSU a year ago when we played them, it was a lot of that stuff over again.
Jewell was named Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. But ultimately, it was the secondary that got the win for the men in black, despite the youth taking over in those roles.
But, you know, we're young in the back end. You know, when Brandon got injured, that really made us a young team. There are not a lot of starts next to Jackson's name or Ojimata. And same thing with Jake Gervais. So, you know, it was a real team effort out there.
It was the 2 fourth-quarter interceptions by Josh Jackson and Brady Reef that sealed the deal.
Defensively, we did a lot of really good things fundamentally outside of that one, you know, off the sudden change. And that's disappointing. That's more mental than anything else. But I thought we did a lot of good things fundamentally for a first time out defensively.
Jackson was all over the Wyoming wideouts with 5 tackles and 2 pass breakups, along with his interception.
And the secondary is going to need to bring that same intensity if they're going to slow down Alan Lazard, one of the top receivers in the country at Iowa State next week.
In Iowa City, Bo Bowman, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Yeah, as Bo said, Josie Jewell was named Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week after his 14 tackles and 2.5 tackles for a loss shut down one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. Mary Kate Harrion will have more on that tomorrow. And cross country looks to be in good form heading into this season after removing head coach Randy Hassenbank's intern tag from the prior season. With more from their opening event is Will Silverstein.
Cross country kicked off their season with the Hawkeye Invite. Amongst the solid performances was junior Andrea Shine, who moved to 7th all-time in the women's 4,000 meters.
Everyone's doing really well. You know, it's always an adjustment to come from previous training to a new program, but I think everyone's really starting to find their place with our workouts, and I think as the season progresses, we'll really see a good payoff with that. I'd like to just keep on improving my place in every meet from where I've finished in past seasons. If I could just stay in like those front packs at meets like I did today, that would be a great
Coach Randy Hassenbank was impressed with both of his team's performances.
I'm really pleased with our top four. You know, those girls have worked really, really hard and have solidified themselves. I like the way Andy and Madison took the race out. Maybe a little quick the first K, but we've been talking about being far more aggressive, and we're going to be able to run at the national level and compete with the elite athletes. We've got to have the courage to get out there and push ourselves early and not be afraid to push that hot pace.
While not the ideal result that Hassenbank was looking for, he saw many on his team make impressive strides towards becoming competitive in the Big Ten season.
It's sort of a rust buster, as they say. You know, none of these teams have done much over the summer other than just put in their base mileage and train. Our team being no different. So that's basically what we're working on. Kind of gives me a chance to assess their fitness and see how they did with their summer training.
Reporting from Ashton Cross Country Course, this is Will Silverstein, Daily Iowan, TV Sports.
The Hawkeyes will head over to Lincoln to battle Nebraska in next weekend's conference meet. Now tonight at 5, look out for our top 10 plays of the week show that will air on our Daily Iowan Facebook page and on our Twitter at Daily Iowan Sports Desk. And also tune in to tomorrow morning's show for a look at how the Iowa defense liked playing against a projected top pick in this year's NFL draft. Guys, back to you.